Earth signs, welcome back into your elemental reading for the week, where we are going to be looking at the next 7 days ahead for you. So shout out to all of my Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorns. I hope that you're doing amazing whenever this reading finds you. So yeah, we're going to be looking at the next 7 days ahead, where your energy is currently, what you could be attracting at this time with your energy, any advice, guidance, messages, anything we need to be made aware of, whatever wants to come through. We're going to be looking at that for the next 7 days ahead. Okay, so regardless where your earth falls in your chart, I have a Taurus rising and a Virgo moon. So maybe Earth is in your big three. Maybe you have a stellium. Maybe it's your Venus, your Jupiter, whatever, however you resonate with it. Welcome into your Earth sign reading. This will be a general reading, so whatever comes out will come out, and not every single message may resonate with you. So use your intuition and take what resonates with you. Leave what doesn't. Okay. Sorry. But yeah, this is a timeless reading. So whenever you find this reading, it will be for your next 7 days ahead. Even if I happen to mention some of the things that are happening cosmically, astrologically, that's just like how I like to tune into the energy. So you could just take that as it resonates, or just throw it all away and just pay attention to the messages that are coming through at this time. Okay, so tuning is into where we are now. We've just stepped into Cancer season. We're about 5 days away from the beginning of Mercury retrograde, which means that we've already kind of been transiting this shadow period. We just had the new moon in Gemini. We're headed to the full moon in Capricorn. And if you didn't know, I do readings at the full moon and the new moon for the collective. These are channel spreads that I do specifically for myself, for my clients, and for the collective. So yeah, make sure you go and check that out as well as your other placements, your other elemental placements. So let's get right into the reading. We're going to get the overall energy with the Moonology. Then we'll go in with the tarot and clarify as needed. I also have my tea leaves. And we'll get the fortunes for the week, okay? And please excuse my voice. I lost it over the weekend partying too hard. So sorry if that is a bit annoying. So may this message be helpful to you. May it be confirming, affirming, and in your highest and best good. And may I be a clear channel for these messages to come through for you at this time, okay? Thank you, Spirit. Can I please have an overall message for Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn? What is the overall energy of this next week ahead for my earth signs? What's the overall energy for the next week ahead for my earth signs? Like, yeah, 3 cards come out. Okay, so we have the answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini energy. Bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. And the end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. Right, and so with this energy, I know we're just looking at the next week ahead. But with this full moon in Gemini energy, knowing that we just transited the new moon in Gemini, this full moon was about 6 months ago, right? So there could have been a cycle that you've been transiting from the past 6 months going up until the end of June. So the full moon in Gemini, maybe it would have been at like the beginning of December. So like December through the end of June, you could have been transiting something that could have been this cycle that you've been going through. And that cycle is now coming to an end. And it has not been easy. And with this Aquarius energy would bring love into the situation. It's giving as you are completing this cycle, as you are renewing. And maybe this was a cycle of where you really were able to renew yourself, where you were able to really find yourself, to really know thyself, right? We see that this Aquarius is the water bearer, right? And this card is interesting. I've actually never picked up on this, right? Because we know that Aquarius is the energy of being able to hold all this water, being able to hold all of these emotions. But we see in this image, she is pouring out, right? So she is pouring out all of this old stagnant energies, all these stagnant things that have been coming up as you've been gaining these answers, as you've been gaining clarity, as you've just been learning and growing, right? Your vessel has been filled up, and now there's this energy of releasing so we could bring more nourishment, more newness, more love into our being, right? So I'm getting there's like this clearing, this renewal energy, right? I'm seeing the star in my third eye, the star card. Yeah, so a time for healing, yeah, literally. I see that. So this has been a time for healing, and even um, with this card too, it's like as you are about to break out of this old cycle, make sure that everything has been healed. Make sure that things have been said. Make sure that things have been clear, because you're about to step into a new cycle, and it's going to be so much more prosperous, so much more joyful and peaceful than whatever you have been transiting. It's about to be a new level for you, I'm getting. So I love to see it, Earth sign. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Can I have messages for my Taurus, Virgos, and Capricorn? What is this energy here that's coming through for them? Any cards is that? 3. Any other messages and guidance? What do we need to know? Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Did anything else flip over? You keep going away. I'm sorry, I keep singing Drake. I keep seeing Drake. Any other messages for my earth signs? 1 or 2 more cards. Any other messages? Too much. I'm like, but we'll actually leave it there and look at that. Look at that world. That world card, the end of a tough cycle approaches, and you're about to get into a new portal, going to a new space. Yeah, look at that newness. Ace of Wands, 4 Wands. Beautiful. Yeah, so much celebration, so much happiness, so much wish fulfillment. I told you. So that's why, like, as you're clearing this old stagnant energy, as you're allowing yourself to heal from whatever things have happened in the past 6 or 7 months, right? You're allowing that to clear. You're moving forward with high vibrational, loving energy, because you know that all these new things are coming in to bless you at this time, okay? So we see the Ace of Swords here, the Strength, the Hierophant, the Tower, the 3 of Wands, the 2 of Pentacles. So we got 4 majors I could see right off the bat, 2 aces too. And talk about the answers you need are coming. So let me kind of zoom it back in for the week, because I'm just seeing like the cycle has been going on for months, right? But let's zoom in for the next week ahead, right? You're going to be gaining some clarity about something. You're going to be gaining clarity, new insights, new information that is really going to strengthen you. And I was saying that, like, yeah, I'm actually kind of really loving this energy. Just with the Strength and the Hierophant here, it's like, because you've gained so much knowledge. I had said before, like, know thyself. You've really gotten to know yourself from this past cycle. So specifically this week, you could get a long-awaited message, answer, information that you've been waiting on, or there can be some kind of breakthrough, right? Because with this Strength energy, you may have had to hold your position for a minute. Like I said, like I see that this is kind of like a 6-7 month cycle. So if you're someone who journals, go through and look where you were at the beginning of December, or maybe you just want to reflect all the things that have brought you to where you are now, all the things that you've overcome, all the things that you've grown through, right? Yeah, because the Ace of Swords is a very triumphant energy. It's an energy that can clear things, that can resolve things, that can move things out of the way. And so, like, you've just been gaining your strength. You've been having to hold back, been having to hold a position, but this has literally just been for your growth. It's been to prepare you for this new cycle. It's been here to prepare you to be able to take a tower, right? To be able, when things change, when things seem uncertain, right? Because the way the Hierophant will view the tower is the same way that I would view this tower. And I was talking about the reflection energy because I've had a few, at least two, like real tower moments in my life, right? Where it was kind of just seemed disastrous, hectic, chaotic, something that I did not want, that was undesirable, right? But in hindsight, when I reflected back to those times, that was a moment that I very much needed. I needed that change. I needed that thing to crumble away so that I can rise, so I can get to the next point. Because talk about being stuck in a situation. And I was just talking to my friend about one of the moments that I perceived as a tower moment like last week, right? To where I don't know how I would have gotten out that situation had this tower not fallen the way it did. I don't know how I would have gotten out of that situation without that tower moment. Right? So in hindsight, you realize how sometimes these tower moments are blessings, right? They shake things up. They change things for you, right? And so that's the way the Hierophant would see. It's like you were literally prepared for this moment. So you can have a tower moment that's happening at this time. You receive some information that changes everything. Or this information ends the tough cycle. Maybe you've been out of work for the last 6 months and like you finally get a breakthrough in your finances. You finally get offered a position that you've been wanting, that you've been dreaming for, that you held out and waited for, that you trusted and believed was coming in for you. And it literally like changes everything. Right? Because you've been in this old cycle for so long. There's literally a shift up, a sudden change. All spanning from whatever answer you've been waiting on. Yeah, with this Three of Wands energy, this is an energy you've been waiting on. You've been going back and forth on this. You've been having to be very mutable, adaptable, right? You've been having to juggle certain things. You've been having to make certain things work. Doing the best you can with what you've been given, with where you've been at. But I'm getting that all of that is about to change. You're about to be on stable ground because we saw that Four of Wands, right? Wow, because look, you have the Three of Wands and there's the Ace of Wands, and it gives you your stability. It gives you your happiness with this Nine of Cups. Wow. Yeah. I actually really, really love that. Yeah, because you get given a new opportunity that changes everything. Where you really get wish fulfillment. Wow. I actually really love to see it. I really love to see it because the old cycle is done. After this week, the old cycle is done. June 30th can be an important day for you. That's when Jupiter is going to be moving into Leo. Wow, wow, wow. I actually really love to see it. So I see, just stay with it. Remain loving. Remain positive. Remain doing what you need to do because there is something that's about to come in for you that's going to bless you, that's going to put an end to the old cycle that you've been transiting. It's going to change everything. You're going to be ushered through a portal and you're about to be on your own 2 feet, stable, celebrating, because all the things that you've been envisioning, all the things that you've been wishing for are finally arriving at this time. Heavy fixed sign energy, because we see Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, and then on the world we have Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius. We even have that here. Yeah. So that's what I'm seeing. I just got the idea, like, maybe I should start doing, like, fixed signs, cardinal signs, and mutable signs. That would be fun. That would be fun. Maybe I'll start alternating doing weeks like that. But yeah. So I'm seeing that it's a very important week for you up ahead, okay? Stay grounded, stay with it, remain in a loving energy. Allow yourself to move to the new cycle that is calling for you. It's here for you. Okay. So shout out to my Virgo, Capricorns, and Taurus. We're going to look and see what your fortune is for this next week ahead. Tea leaves for my earth signs. What is their fortune? Let's do one more. Fortune for my earth signs. What is coming in this next week ahead? Clouds, temporary problems. Yeah, so this was all just temporary. It's about to blow away. It gets blown away. With that Ace of Swords, most definitely. Broken ring, parting of the ways in either romance or business. You're going in a new direction. You're going in a new direction. And so even if something does come to an end, just know that this is actually a blessing. Okay? Chain of events that will affect your life. Yeah. Because this has all just been building up to this point. Yeah. You have been on a journey here. And the steps are going to start becoming clearer and clearer. Casket, someone going out of your life or the end of a situation. Look at that double confirmation. Right? So you could be breaking off something with someone or something, a job, a relationship. But someone's leaving your life here. And that could be a tower moment for you. But I already told you in hindsight what those tower moments are like. Okay? And maybe this is answers that you've been needing. So this actually can come as a relief because it's like, wow, like I've been feeling this for the last 6-7 months. I'm glad, sometimes it's like when the solution comes, even if it wasn't, like you're just happy to be out of it. Diamond, you'll be receiving or giving a precious gift. Look, you lose something and you gain something. Like that. Like that. Like my right hand doesn't want to snap. Dark woman, dealings or relationship with a dark woman with dark complexion or hair. So this could be you, or this could be someone who is leaving your life or that you're parting ways with, right? But this is just a temporary problem. Even if it upsets you in the moment, for the moment, this will just be temporary because you're going to see the gift that this actually offers you. Yeah, this tower moment is going to be a gift, actually. So yeah, that is what I'm seeing for you, my dear earth signs. Hope you enjoyed this reading. Please drop me a like. Thank you for liking this video, for subscribing. And yeah, I will catch you on the next one. Make sure you check out your other placement readings. Peace.